Hey there team, so this is a battle that I did a few days ago now, playing as Cardlin on a 3v3 on Anphilis. I've been holding back on this replay for a little bit, I guess because it was really good, and I kind of want someone else to actually make a video on this one, to be honest, and I do sometimes worry that, if you watch my video and then it gets posted up elsewhere, you already know what happens. So I kind of wanted to give some other people a bit of time, but I've been really distracted by Warhammer Fantasy, or not Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer Total War for the past few days. I've not actually managed to get any other battles done. So I'm just going to put this one out, but just a pre-warning that hopefully somebody else will put this one out, and you might want to watch theirs first and then come back to this video, or something along those lines. But hey, you're your own person, make your decisions. Got my Minhariath sharpshooters here, some gatekeepers on the far side. I don't think I gave them an armor upgrade. I normally do, but I guess I just couldn't find the money for it today. In the center, some Minhariath archers. Behind, 2 units of Minhariath spears, just to watch out for them, and also they're decent enough at what they do. On the flanks, 2 units of mercenary cav, both with an armor upgrade and a melee upgrade, and then some Tharbad riders over on the far side. Greenway garrison footmen, 2 of them. In the center, I've got some wardens of Tirn Gorthad. Then men at arms, Minhariath, 1 on either flank by these guys. Some Dunedain captains with an armor upgrade. I really value the lives of those guys. I need them to be able to do a lot of work. Got my general here in the Hearthguard of Amon Sul, and Tharbad Warhammers on this side to provide a bit of morale buffing if I need it, and also just good AP infantry in it. This is very similar. This is my sort of standard build for Cardlin. So people will have seen this before quite a few times. I play Cardlin definitely differently than I see it getting played a lot. Usually people tend to be much more numbers focused with Cardlin. I've noticed taking a lot more of the Greenway units, but I'm just not too fond of that. Up the front here I've got Fresh Juice, playing as Rune, has some Variag mercenaries spread out very wide. As you say, I mentioned this a few times, just the difference in how I deploy and how other people deploy is crazy, but it's great because he look at the amount of territory he controls, and he's right in the center here, so in a way this just makes all of this safe ground for us. Gamprim, and Gamprim there. On his flanks, 2 units of Scion Rim. Then here the Flag Rim, 3 units of them in the back. Some crossbows, 2 units off them there, and then Balshoth Tribesmen. No armor upgrade for them, but a lot of money has definitely gone on these 2 units of cav. The Warlords here, Dragon's Wrath Warlords, and also the Camel's Dragon Knights on the far side as well. Our last ally is Sin, playing as Mirkwood. Up at the front he's got some Hiri Peng, but you're seeing a lot of Woodland Realm Patrol dotted around here as well. Behind, some Blades of Emendure, 3 of them. Sorry, nope. Oh, no. 2 units, 3 units of Blades, Spears there, and Spears on that flank as well. Eldar Council. Hiri Lang in the back, Hiri Oth, and some more Hiri Lang. And then the Sindar of the Girdle are right there. There's only one evil faction on the field today, which is Rune. In front of me I've got Erebor, which I can see, and I could see this actually before I pressed ready up. This is why you should sort of always try to hold back a little bit before you press start, just in case you see things like snakes popping up, you know where your enemy's going to be. Now when I saw him there, what I could have done, what I was quite tempted to do, I knew that he was deploying kind of on this middle ground. I could have moved my army up to here to come around for not so much a rush, because I'm not built to rush, but I'm built to be balanced, and I can be aggressive if I need to be. So I could have, and perhaps I should have, moved up here. But as always, I like to be near my allies. I always like to know that there's somebody watching out for me, and to know that I can watch out for somebody if I need to. So we've got Frodo here with his dwarves, Ironfoot crossbows up front, nice and spread out. He's got a ballista. We were allowed, it was just one artillery piece per player. And then Blacklock engineers. In the back here, some hammer guard. The Dragon Slayers, nice and spread out, Erebor Legionnaires, Ironfoot Warriors along this line with some pikes, no halberds, just pikes. Then in the back, some Axe Guard of Erebor, and yes, some Erebor Legionnaires. So he's nice and spread out. Now, I think, because of what we were chatting about in the lobby, I had given the impression to Frodo that I was bringing a trebuchet. So that's why he's taken the ballista, and that's why he's spawned with everything. It's so spread out and so long, I guess. Yeah, even if I had brought trebuchet, I'm not really scoring any game-winning strikes on this army, I'd say. You know, but yep, I see that, and I'll begin moving forward immediately. I think. Yep. We're on speed 0.2, so we will have enough time to get through everything before there's a real clash. We've got Elrain here as Gondor. Gondorian infantry here with one armor upgrade, I believe. Some more Gondor infantry on this flank. He's brought a ballista as well. Possibly just afraid that the ruined forces may be bringing their Dragon's Breath cannon. So, Pilgrim Marines. Seems some Gondor infantry nicely. Armoured Gondor infantry falling back now. A long line of these Gondor archers here, with Gondor spears. That's a very tight Gondor spear line. I think he's gone for a shield wall there, actually. And some Gondor spears on this flank too. Now he himself has brought a trebuchet. Wait a second. Has he broken these rules? No, that's Arthur Dane. Okay, no, I thought he'd broken the rules for a moment. No, Marksmen of Caer Andros, civilians, and Wardens of Minas Ithil. So yeah, pretty, I would say, Trebuchet is going to need to do its work, especially all three of our enemies have brought artillery today. So that's a fair bit of money overall that has been poured into these ballistas and trebs. And I think, to be honest, a lot of that is because we've got Rune on our team. And whenever you see Rune in your team, the Dragon's Breath cannon can be such a devastating force. So it's always worth it to really invest that 800 florins into a ballista. I think they're about 800 florins. Ricky Beagle playing as Arthur Dane. He's got some Evenham spears mixed in with some dismounted Forest Errant Knights there. All the way. Oh no, yeah, here it's. Oh, this is a big blob. Okay, I'm seeing Evenham spears. I'm seeing Dunedain peacekeepers, and I'm also seeing the Numinous Gate Guards. Damn, that would not be fun to try and force your way through. Yeah, that carries on over to here. On this side, we've got the Evenham spears, and mixed in with some dismounted Forest Errant Knights again. Okay, cool. So yeah, you could see, if we had the Dragon's Breath cannon, this is definitely where we want to hit. But alas, no artillery. So, Knights of Annuminous here, some Forest Errant Knights, Dunedain Scouts, some more Dunedain Scouts, and some Dunedain Mounted Company in the back there. And that's everybody. As always with Arthur Dane, you can probably expect the Grey Company to be lurking around. You can probably presume there's a unit of Rangers dotted around somewhere too. These Evenham Archers are sitting right there. Yeah, so this ballista was set up right up close so that it would have hopefully struck an enemy Dragon's Breath cannon. Now, you don't really want to take ballista fire all day. Ballistas, of course, they're brought to counter something, but it can mince some forces, and every elf life taken out by an artillery piece is a damn shame, because it could have been so much more on the battlefield anyway. Realm Patrol rushing forward, he'll be able to easily go toe to toe with just about anything up there, but if he can just unload some archer fire on that ballista, he might be able to mince it quite quick. Eldar Council taking some hits, not really what you want. They'll be able to still use up all their ammo, of course, but they're quite important in melee as well. I will, yeah, definitely. Well, they've got the artillery advantage, just clear as day, so we need to advance. So it seems to be all three of us are moving toward our adversaries at this time. I felt he's got 2 units of crossbows, but I've got my sharpshooters, I've got my guardians, I've got my Menheriath archers, which, looking back, I knew I was going up against dwarves. I knew that the only reason I bring the Menheriath archers is to counter enemy horse archers. That's the primary reason. And I knew that he wasn't going to be bringing that, so I kind of regret it. You know, would have loved to have another unit of sharpshooters here, I think. Because these arrows, just firing off into... oh, I think I might just have them on fire at will right now. Just want to unload. Gatekeepers are, of course, his primary targets, because they're good at melee and they're very good shooters. So, but I'm firing back. I don't want to fire back. Actually, I am right now. I didn't really want to fire back at his crossbows. I wanted to nail this pipeline, and that is where most of my focus is going, on the pikes for these warriors. By the looks of things. Ah, good. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to slow down because things are happening way too fast from here. I moved my cav in. Now he's got these hammer guard, but I felt 2 units of upgraded mercenary cav will do okay, right? You know, so I threw myself into him just in the hopes that it would, that I would win the day. But as you can see, I am getting torn apart. The armor piercing from these hammer guard is really wrecking shop, but it ties them up and it allows me to freely use my Tharbad Riders. You can see I pulled off a charge there, got quite a few kills on those warriors, only lost 1 guy, kind of worth it, but I should have made the Black Engineers my first target. Because now, as I'm charging at them, they're going to get off a shot. Point blank, body piercing, definitely armor piercing, very damaging. It hurt bad. Now, I managed to respawn, I hurt them, definitely took off some hit points, took down their numbers quite a bit, but he's going to get these axe guard in pretty quick. All in all, had I made them my first target, that could have gone quite well. Now the issue with Tharbad Riders, or the issue with Cardinal forces altogether, is when they get split up from the unit, they can rout real quick. But 45 guys now, I was pretty sure they're going to come back, but still lost a lot of them there, and he's freed up his Blackhawks again. And this confrontation over on this side is down to 14, but I've got, you know, a few handfuls of horsemen left. Yeah. Main infantry engagement is going to be starting now. I want to push up. I want to start engaging them. I felt that because of some of the damage that I've been doing to this pike line of his, I can almost already go toe to toe with these pikes, and even if I can hold them in place. But the major assistance here is Fresh Juice has turned up with his 2 units of exceptional cav, and now the hammer guard are tied up all the way over there. They're wounded. If I give myself some credit, I've at least hurt them quite badly. There is nothing holding these men back now, and they are going to be free to really help me out, because the damage I've taken already from his crossbows and the Blacklocks in place, the ballista ready to hurt me too. This is a tough fight for me, but these guys arriving, tying up that backline, killing off legionnaires is fantastic for me. We'll try and speed off. Yeah, Tharbad Riders have just come back there, as you can see. Engagement here in the center. Variag mercenaries are just firing off into Gondor. Now this is something I really like to do. Fresh Juice doesn't have a great need to engage right now, so he can just form up in his defensive formation and micro the hell out of those 2 units of cav and just make the most of them. Now the issue with that is it does leave Mirkwood kind of going toe to toe with you know, 2 armies for a little while. Ballista still rattling away at him. Oh, these mounted company have slipped on behind. That's not really what you want, but they're on fire at will, or they've at least been told to fight. Okay, no, if he can trap them, that's fantastic. I was of course microing, well, I was focusing entirely on my armies. This is news to me, what's going on over here. I don't think they got a volley off, which is too bad, but they're holding them in place. Some good quality spears stabbing away at them. This is going to turn real bad real quick. I think think Sin is just wanting to sort of start spreading out. He's taking this fire from the ballista, but that ballista's already used up a lot of its ammunition, and down to 48 men, there's not really a... I don't see how you can justify trying to go after that again now. I think you've just got to wait out its ammunition. Trebuchet is holding fire right now. You see, he's got a clear shot on the rune forces, but I'm seeing some people that have been shot. No, I guess it's the same thing that I was talking about with how how Frodo assembled his army. Just very, very long spreads. You've got to be damn accurate if you want to hurt some people real bad here. Flagrim, certainly not really what you want to hunt down Cav, but you get Cav trapped, you get the AP, you know, men-at-arms can deal with them. But back to this, because I think this is definitely the sort of the most intense part of the battlefield right now. Some perfect shots from the ballista, right down my line, screwing me up really bad. Menheriath archers did, I think they had about one volley of ammunition left. I've not been using their ammunition well. And Hearthguard. Now this is one thing I was wanting to see. How am I using this ammunition? Are they shooting right on up, or are they... Because I had them right behind these Menheriath sharpshooters, and I just don't think that they're getting a good shot. Please don't point your bow up, please don't point your bow up, please don't point your bow straight up. Okay, no, I'm content with that. Some of them are not doing so great. But yeah, I think they are shooting at this ballista. I want to shut that down. Tharbad Riders came back, tried to deal with them, tie them up, or hopefully kill off a bunch of them. What are Runes Cav doing? And you see, they've barely been scratched here. Crossbows have been tied up. You know, he'd have to pull some pikes off the front line, and that allows me to do some work then. Dunedain captains, I wanted to actually push them up in order to take out that ballista, but he responded with some legionnaires, and now some dragon slayers have come in. Now captains are great, but captains don't really have a great armor piercing skill, so it's not a fun fight for them to be in, especially not when the dragon slayers turn up. Still, you can see, oh, that was a mass rout. Yeah, absolutely a horrific rout there from my boys. Wardens even got scared, and this is with the Hearthguard quite close by, so that was a good shot from the ballista. Just started to mince through them. Fire damage, it's scary. So I had to, well, I felt like I had to connect with this line again, so I sent my spearmen in. Now, looking back, I had no reason to engage this front line right now, and not engaging the front line leaves people wide open for absolutely close range crossbow volleys. Now, had I not put these guys in here, the Minotaur Roman Guardians would have a great shot on these guys as well. We could have had my sharpshooters hitting them, the Guardians hitting them, and this front line would have collapsed real quick. Tharbad Warhammers are deep behind the enemy lines here. Dragon Slayers, have the Dragon Slayers shields changed? They look really nice. But yeah, Tharbad Warhammers are behind them. They'll start hammering away and start really doing some good damage there. But no, I'm pretty chuffed with that. Over here, yeah, captains, they're gonna do fine in this fight, but like, this is not where I want them. Men at arms doing okay up against some pikes. We've sort of surrounded them here a bit, and actually I don't think there's many pikes left. Let's see, yeah, 51. All right, okay. Engaging them here with my pikes. Pretty good for some cheap pikes.
They have lost half their men.
Menheriath spearmen there, just stabbing away some axe guard. They will not fare too well against that. But yeah, we've still got the hammer guard, still got the black looks, and still got that ballista standing. But the Runish Cav are still hanging around. Let's zoom on back over. As you see, this engagement is still not gotten underway. He's still sort of microwing. He's used up his ammunition now, though. Oh no, the Sindar! The Sindar have been hit by some ballista fire. That's a shame. Really not a unit you want to take that. Dunedain scouts just going to be firing off at them, but the M-Endure units are kind of there to take damage. But still, it's not really what you want. The Huri Peng are going to be able to counter them really nicely. Why are you on fire? What has lit them on fire? Firearms? That's, yeah, I guess so. It's the only thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, alright. Nice. Cantabrian Circle. Again, I've talked about. I guess on this angle, Cantabrian Circle works really well. It's just when you're firing in a straight line, Cantabrian Circle really doesn't do much for you. Evident Archers opening up, really close range, but the Blades of Immature will definitely put a stop to them. Still, the Knights of Inumnus are hanging in the back, just waiting. Has he moved yet? Nope, nope. He is still just preparing. Over here, what's the overall right now? We're at 20 for 22. Like my army, me and Frodo have taken some horrendous losses here, but our allies are really still doing pretty nicely. Yeah, proper backstab now. I wanted to save a bit of ammunition. Minharith archers are unloading everything they've got now into this ballista, just trying to shut it down. The dwarves have started to take control again here in the centre. Men at arms, they're almost thinking of routing. Dunedin captains are close by. Dunedin captains are almost gone here. They've received some sort of support from the men at arms. But no, these legionnaires are doing pretty damn well against them. But again, my saviour, the Dragon Knights, just really starting to tidy up here. These Dragon Slayers are one of the real units that could destroy my Warhammers. Now my Warhammer's been sitting there for a long time now, just taking stab and slash. I guess hacking away is probably what you'll receive when you're fighting dwarves, but so they don't have too much left in them. I'll probably go back to normal speed in a sec. Oh, these Hammer Guard, 7 of them left. I think he's definitely received another charge there. Oh gosh, so many dead cav. This was it was such a mistake. But hey, it happened, and that's what you gotta do. I think just when it comes to the mercenary cav are great up against a lot of enemy cav, especially with an armor upgrade and a melee upgrade. But just the Hammer Guard, they're not built to do that, and I should have maybe been a bit more cautious and tried to hit them with crossbow fire or something of the sort. Okay, these warriors have started to get control of themselves, but I've broken this left position. The wardens have come back from routing, so I can just start to envelop this force entirely now. Wipe out those Blackwood engineers. You're seeing them taking, I think, crossbow fire at this point. Yeah, sharpshooters. I just needed them dead. I did not want them firing off. They've already broken these forces here. They need shut down. Dunedin captains now starting to win. Their assistance here on the flank. The legionnaires have to focus on that area. Another charge from the Dragon Knights. This position really starting to break. Dragon Slayers really dropping down in number. Has Rune begun? Oh, is it just me or has he gotten closer? Might have gotten closer. But yep, the Mirkwood forces have started to advance, really using their. They've still got archer fire. Well, they've still got bows, and I don't think our enemy does. No doubt the Gondorians still have a unit of archers somewhere. Yes, they do. Civilians on artillery defense duty. Okay, interesting. Ilrain has kept his archers in reserve at this point. It's not what I do, but there's a lot of sense in it. But I think that these archers need to maybe be moved around to help his buddy Arthedain, because over here Mirkwood can just advance real close and unload shot after shot into this sturdy front line for sure. Dunedin Rangers unloading now. That's a great shot if they're shooting into that. I don't think they are. To be honest, this is better quality units, but still, I would have. That's such a tempting shot there. Oh, Blades of Endure run 52 of them. My goodness, elves. Gondor infantry ready to hold the line. They will beat back these Variag mercenaries, but the charge is coming now. Cool. So they will close that distance real quick. This is what the archers were held in reserve for. The actual forces arriving. Cav is returning. At least the warlords are. The Dragon Knights are still just chopping away, helping out my captains, who have finally been freed from the Legionnaires' embrace. Still got some Gatekeeper ammunition. Unloading these Ironfoot warriors. Yeah, I know they're routing, but it's a sizable unit still, and I just didn't want. I definitely didn't want them to come back. Warns of Tyr and Gorthad entirely surrounded this position here. Blacklock Engineers thinking of routing, but I am not going to. I'm not wanting even one of them to come back. I'll go back to normal speed now, I think. I'm just chasing off some dwarves here. And the Saviour Knights can now return home to prepare for their battle. Now, a fear for me, these Hammerguard are still in place. And I was still remembering how easily I was picked apart in that Hobbit game that I did recently, and I didn't want that to happen again. Now, because what I wanted to do was grab everything I had now and just run as fast as I can to Gondor's flank. But even though there's just 7 of them, they can hit me and they can really hurt me bad. So I need to form up before I blindly advance at this point. What we've got, yep, Dragon Knights running over. Warlords are over here now. They're warmed up. They're doing good after all that. Scion Rim. Yeah, we've got again Benefit, which is such a wide formation of them. Yeah, there's such a huge territory he's able to just control there. Javelins getting hurled off into the front line. Okay, this is what he was saving the ammunition for. Yeah, that's going to start dropping people real quick. Dragon's Wrath Warlords here. Civilians are not going to withstand a charge from that, but you can just go around them. I don't think civilians definitely don't have a. Oh, ouch! Some friendly fire there, but it needs to be done. You need to shut down these warlords. So that massive amount of archer fire. Is that? Where are you going? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Right. Okay. No, I guess he's just wanting to like slam into the back of this front line. Because that, as we said before, that is one of the sturdiest damn front lines I've ever seen. So it's not going to be fun. And now Javelin, Peligar Marine fire. This is cool. I really like how well Ricky and El Rey kind of mix their front lines, and the same can be said for Fresh Juice and Sin over here as well. Like this is a true sort of 2v2 situation at this point with some Cardland forces just sprinting over. Have we formed up? No, we are currently forming up right now. But I see them, and I've got some Greenway Garrison footmen just, well, I say sneaking. I've taken them out of phalanx formation and I'm sprinting over. Because if I can deal with that, then that's a massive weight off my mind. It means I can just get over there quicker. Got more trebuchet fire coming on in. Civilians, 1 unit of civilians has been pulled off. Send them off to the front line to try and stop a surround here. Which is fair enough, understood. But got some Gondor infantry, I would have been tempted to put them in there first. The spearman line is starting to waver, and they're not. Yeah, because it's up against a phalanx and an armor-piercing phalanx with those halberdiers. So it's not going to be easy to wipe that out. Pelican Marines out of ammunition now, they're decent enough at melee. What are we doing now? 49 for 52, still pretty damn close. Peacekeepers. The Peacekeepers will break through these men, actually. They're doing a fantastic job of it. The Dunedain's skill, they don't have to rely on their armor quite as much as a lot of other people. So the sheer force of these armor-piercing weapons that the Flag Grim use are not as frightening as they would be to, say, my men-at-arms. Or the standard Arthedain men-at-arms, anyway. Again, this is another situation of just a phalanx stabbing away into a non-phalanx, which is hurting quite badly. Archer fire coming from the elves. Close range elven archer fire, especially from the wardens, is not something you want. The Knights of Illuminus have been called forth, but what are we firing at here? Wiping out the Grey Company. Yes, we knew they'd be in. Yeah, that is probably why this position had so much trouble. It's still 3 Sindar. Yeah, we're taking they are pretty damn fragile. And there's only three of them? Nope, two of them left now. They're shaken. I'm surprised they've stood actually. They've done well for that. Just chase them away with the Sendar. They might start running at the sight of it. Hey, oh, these councils still have a javelin or two as well. But the Camel's Dragon Knights are still around. He's had to push forward now, so we've brought them out of this battle line into a more disorganized fight, which is really going to benefit these cav of ours. Yeah, you can see that. That's such an expensive unit. Oh, hey, okay. They bit back. They did bite back, but that's still about 24 Astera Knights there that just got taken out. Position is breaking now. Pilgrim Marines coming forth, engaging archers. They'll be good at that. But Mirkwood just needs to fall on back now, reform, get things back under control. Camel Shadowbows. Oh, we're down to using rotting meat now, which is a good sign. It's kind of scary for some of these boys, but it's not. It does affect your own men as well. I just don't like using rotting meat, just because I know I'm going to screw myself over somehow, because that is my nature. I get my gatekeepers running forward. I want them to get into a good firing position. But see, this is kind of this is a bit dumb for me. I'm going to slow it down a little bit because this I just engaged this situation wrong. So I get them there, but see, they had a shot from way back here. Now, of course, it's not as good as the shot they have in this position, but I should have just had them formed up, getting them shooting. Because right now I've got them extended quite far ahead of the main line, and now I know they're going to get off a volley. What am I shooting at anyway? Oh, hello. Yeah, right, okay. Yes, they're archers, but they've got no shield, and they're really damn good at melee. So I felt that was an okay target for me to shoot at. Yeah, I had these Gondor infantry, but I felt the marksmen were a better target. Civilians coming over here, they're not going to last too long up against me, but hey, my men are probably not going to enjoy that very much. And it's a bit overkill, so I'm trying to get my Tharbad Warhammers around. I don't want them to engage the Tharbad Warhammers. The Warhammers are, ooh, wow, that was quite a good shot. See, this is good. You know, when you can hit a target like this, where it's totally away from your line, my boys are not going to be loving this, especially Cardinal Morale as it is. Get my Wardens forward, again, definitely overkill, but, you know, I had to answer it with something. And this force, to be honest, like the amount of civilians that are here, they're going to get a total surround with these guys. He is firing upon my gatekeepers now. I just want to get the gatekeepers back into a better firing position, because this is what I meant. Like, I wasn't scared about them getting hit. I moved them forward too far, where they just won't be able to fire right over my battle line. Marksmen are now in position there. That's more kind of what I want the Tharbad Warhammers to be fighting against. Especially backed up by a few spears. My men are all very tired fighting against fresh Gondorians. Good, a lot of civilians routing. Jeepers teeth! Is that same unit of civilians? They died fast. Yeah, that's not really, oh well. Wardens of Tyr and Gorthad are not going to be sleeping too well tonight, I'm sure, but hey, gotta be done. And you see the I was about to call it miasma, but the sort of the mist of the rotting meat there. So that is still going to be having an effect. My men are shaken. I need to start distributing my morale buffing units, because right now over here I've got my Tharbad Warhammers, so I'm hoping this position is going to hold. In the centre I've got my Wardens of Tyr and Gorthad, but over on the right flank I do have my Dunedain captains, so I do have a decent spread, and Hearthguard are in the centre. There's a bunched up position here. This is dumb. No. What am I doing? That's unfortunate. Yeah. Should have gotten that sorted out faster. Now again, let's try and zoom over the front line. There was a bit of a mass rout, as we saw. That did definitely get carried on. And Rune forces are no longer engaging this position. So what was a beautiful flanking maneuver on my part, well, I'm giving myself too much credit. What was a flanking maneuver has now turned into I am the main battle line, and that's scary. That's not what I was. That's not the sort of formation I moved in here for. And I'm starting to break now too. Men at arms, that's 50 men at arms coming away from the fight here. The marksmen of Kair Andros, they will mince what is left of my Tharbad Warhammers if I don't get them some support. I wanted to get these Greenway Garrison Footmen in there, but they're already wavering. They're shaking now, but it's still scary. Now, this is a godsend for me. He pulls his marksman back. Which I guess is just, yeah, no, I was about to hit them with pikes. That's a smart plan, yeah. I know why he did it, it's fair. Hearthguard there, they're out of ammunition now. I should have maybe just had them try to fill this gap here, because they're about to get surrounded. Sharpshooters still have ammunition, but they're being engaged. Men-at-arms routing there. Scion Rim coming in to support me. What are the elves up to here? He can get in, again, they can get really nice and close. Just firing away at these Gondorian archers. Sendorf, wow, he's a big boy, isn't he? Yeah. Sorry, distracted by the sounds of that man. The Sendorf the Girdle engaged here. Of course, they're good at charging, but they're decent enough, and they can tie up these archers, which that might be what he's wanting to do. Elven morale should hold out if his general goes down pretty nicely, so no, it's not really the end of the world. 73 for 76 now. Elders of the Elven King now getting moved up into the fight. He's got these guys mixed up together. I've been doing this all the way through the fight, so it's something I need to focus on, to just not let this happen, because your boys just end up throwing shots over. But we're starting to see the elites of Mirkwood getting moved forward. And these aren't normal elites, these are blooming elven elites right here, so this is going to mince these human units. The elders of the Elven King, I remember looking around now, and I was looking for an enemy unit that could match them, and there's nothing that can go toe to toe with the elders of the Elven King right now, and I was feeling pretty good. But he's got a big flank around me with these Gondorian archers. There's another Greenway Garrison Footmen men I've routed there. These spearmen are just trying to answer them. More spearmen are routing. These guys, I turned them around to just try and watch my back, because I thought he was going to pull around and just slam my rear. Men-at-arms come back. They were those 50 guys that ran away earlier. But as I say, so it's those elders of the Elven King. I felt they're gonna win the day for us at this point. Because I had just suffered this massive rout. My men are exhausted, and I'm struggling. So all I can do at this point is try to hold their focus. Ooh, Greenwood Rangers. Oh, that's cool. Ranger versus Ranger fight. That's pretty awesome. But no, Athelian Rangers are losing that. There are a few other units in there too, so it's not a straight up Ranger versus Ranger fight. That would have been quite interesting to see. Minheriath Archers, what could have been a beautiful backstab has turned into a rout. I think they were already routing. I think that wasn't my intention. I think they were actually here, and they had pushed in and they just routed all the way over there. Wardens as well. The Wardens are good, you know. I just didn't think that they had anything to answer to us. The Forest Era Knights are again mincing my front line. My armor piercing the sharpshooters are going to be nice, but it's just the skill of these sword masters is not something I don't have a unit on the front line to deal with that. Oh, good. Yep. So that's Arthedain's general taken out. I'm trying to think. It doesn't look like there's too many Arthedain troops remaining right now, though. Yeah, you're not really seeing many of them, so it's okay to lose your general when the rest of your army is dead. It seems to be it's mainly down to Elrain now to try and finish this off, but Fresh Juice has had most of his army returned from routing. And Gondor has had to basically readjust to deal with me, so there is no longer really a front line there to meet him. Gondorian infantry now routing all across the field. We don't have any cav to grab that anymore, which is so it's nice to have any units cav that you can just have chasing. There's rain outside. I'm hoping that's not going to bugger up the audio too much, but oh well. Greenwood Rangers just trying to answer that, and we will probably bump up the speed now, because I think at this point it's really just Gondor putting whatever they have left up against us. These archers, they chase my men all the way off, This is the most disorganized formation I've seen in a long time. But yeah, so these Gondorian archers are just coming on back, and I was just gonna march a pipeline into them. They're coming around for the flank, but it's tough to flank pikes with only one unit. And yeah, we'll bump up the speed there. So we went down to 78 for 89, but you know, it really was close all the way through. And I think I definitely missed my I missed my mass route, sort of. I had a much worse route than it sort of appeared there. I'm gonna pause it for a sec, just because I always like to look at the main. Oh no, good. Yeah, I always like to look at the main sort of like bloodbath. As I say, this is where I was engaging generally, but the main, well, definitely where most of the people on this battlefield died was this long position, links all the way, links sort of, yeah, I guess it links there, and then connects. So that was where most of the fighting happened. I'd love to know from El Rain how many kills that trebuchet got. I'll try and ask it, but that would have been quite good. So, something that's immediately clear. Fresh juice really saved my ass there. I handled that initial attack very poorly, and my ranged advantage that I had in terms of my two, I guess, yeah, Hearthguard, 2 archer units and 2 crossbow units, 2 good crossbow units, was kind of wasted because of how I positioned myself. Once I saw his stakes go down, I should have grabbed myself and moved right up on top of that hill, so that I would have controlled the high ground. So then, yeah, I think that would have just really benefited me. I could have pushed in then, and probably we could have had the battle. Maybe I could have even, you know, been pushing downhill against a lot of his forces, which when you're fighting dwarves, you want every little advantage you can get. Hearthguard there. Now, usually what happens in a battle is I never get to use up all of my Hearthguard's ammunition. Today I did, and they only got 45 kills. Now, saying that though, the Hearthguard, they didn't sustain too many casualties. They had a lot more killing to do in melee, but also they were shooting at dwarves. Like, they used up all of their ammunition killing dwarves. So I understand why, you know, we didn't rack up too many kills there. Like, the dwarven armor and most of those units were shielded. It's not going to be great. Dunedain captains could have done a lot better, but I had to. Their mission was to try and silence the enemy ballista, and then hopefully carry on through to the Blacklocks. But I wasn't able to do that. He had a unit of legionaries in reserve, and they just, my Dunedain captains were just fighting legionaries for about 10 minutes. Tharbad Warhammers, they did much better. They got right behind the enemy position, chuffed a bits with them. Even at the end there, very few of them held their own up against the Caer Andros archers, which was good. Garrison footmen, both of them, pretty wide difference in kills, but that's just dependent on where you are in the line and what units you go up against. I'm never changing that. I'm always gonna have a garrison footman, wardens, garrison footman. That is the part of my formation that is not going to be changing. Minheriath sharpshooters there. Wow, nice. Yeah, they did really good. I think, to be honest, they had the best shot, and they also didn't receive enemy fire anywhere near as much as the gatekeepers did. Frodo definitely saw my gatekeepers and unloaded every bolt he had into them, which was a good idea, and you can see like how much it hurt their ability to do damage throughout that game. So that's fair, and he didn't really target the standard sharpshooters, who can still do a lot of damage. About the Minheriath archers there, I talked about that at the time. I think I need to just look at my matchup sometimes and think, nope, I don't need a unit of archers today, and get rid of them and get a crossbow unit instead, because they're only 150 more florins, and the amount of power. There's more men in a sharpshooter unit. It's more damaging. It's armor piercing, and it's better in melee too. So it's good overall, and I'm chuffed with that. But I need archer unit to just counter enemy, horse archers. But saying that, I take 2 units of mercenary cav nowadays, and I armor them up, and they've got shields, they've got decent armor. They can. I don't. Maybe I don't need it. And at the end of the day as well, I've got my Hearth Guard. Now I can unload some arrows from them into them. So it's. I'm gonna maybe ditch the Minareth archers and go back to using the old formation, which was 2 units of sharpshooters and 1 unit of gatekeepers, and just be bolt delete, just deleting everything in front of me with overwhelming amounts of crossbow bolts. 2 units of spearmen there. Not a lot of kills, but they didn't have a lot of cav to face off against. Again, I had spears. I shouldn't have engaged the blimmin'. I should not have engaged the hammer guard with my mercenary cav. It was just not a fight that they were equipped to do, and I could have used them to charge. I know they're not great at that, but Lister stated in one of my videos, he sort of explained it to me a bit better, and I know using them for that purpose now. They're good, and you can pull off some good charges with, even though they do have bad charge bonus, so it's fair. But even then, they could have gone toe to. They would have done much better up against some of those human cav, if I could have maybe gotten them down to help out down here. Then the men at arms, yeah, no armor, lacking armor piercing, going up against dwarves. They a lot of those kills would have been like civilians and stuff like that when they were coming down to fight up against the Gondorians. But like, yeah, oh well. I think that's probably another thing about like thinking about my matchups. If I'm going up against dwarves, maybe ditch the Minareth men at arms and instead get a unit of mercenary infantry, because they use maces now, so that could be cool. Mercenary cav, as I stated, they didn't rack up many kills, but they did their purpose, and they did what they were ordered to do. My feelings on those orders, of course, I've stated, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Tharbad Riders, all in all, could have done a lot better. They took a lot of hits from the Blackguard. When they were routing there right at the start, they took a lot of stabs that they really shouldn't have. But again, Tharbad Warhammers are something I'm always going to be using because I just really like them. And I think that is that. Yeah. Nope, good. But all in all, Fresh Juice really saved the day for me. He turned what would have I'd like to think that if it had been a 1v1 in a vacuum, I like to think that I would have won against Frodo, but to be honest, I just don't think I would have. I think he had too many legionaries in reserve that I didn't have enough AP to deal with those legionaries, and yeah, so it was, and he just got some good shots on the Blacklocks. So no, I think I needed those 2 units of cav, and I'm very grateful that Fresh Juice sent them over, because it just turned that into I had a good healthy army after that, so that was good. And because he was able to micromanage the heck of those 2 units of cav, he didn't lose too many guys. So I'd probably love to ask like Fresh Juice how many kills each of those cav units got. As for that, they took so much artillery, which I don't like artillery. I make that very clear. Like I'm glad it's in the game. Don't get me wrong, I really am glad it's in the game. But I personally hate using it, and I'm just not good at it. I'm just not good with it. That's all. So it's fair enough. But yeah, I think overall that was like 2 ballistas and 1 trebuchet. That's a lot of money that they put into artillery that we didn't. So gave us a lot more to play with, and I think that helped us. But all in all, yeah, no. I was talking to Y2K. I'll probably mention this in the next video. He's gonna maybe send me a video to have a look at. I am more than happy to go through other people's videos if you want, especially because right now I've been in this Warhammer Fantasy binge fest recently, and I've not managed to get on to play too much Lord of the Rings. So, well, too much Third Age. So, if you do want me to look at a battle and just go through it, then I'm happy enough to do that. But my rules would generally be the same as everybody else. Like, don't hand me any stomps. That's not fun. Nobody wants a video put up where they didn't really do very well. Nobody wants a video put up if they just got absolutely ram roasted. It's not fun. I will always be doing them kind of from my style, in the sense that I'm focusing primarily on you. If you send me a video, I'm going to be focusing mainly on you. I'll go through the battle, but you are the subject of the video, and but no, so feel free to do that, and I'll see how it goes. Right, thank you very much.